Klay Thompson's dad ended up checking Monica McNutt and everybody who has the same ideology that she has when it comes to why Caitlin Clark is famous and why she's such a big phenomenon.
When Mychal Thompson, NBA champion and father of Klay Thompson, admitted he was genuinely starstruck meeting Caitlin Clark, I had to rewind the interview. Think about it. This is a man who won championships alongside Magic Johnson, went head-to-head with legends like Michael Jordan and Larry Bird, and raised a multiple-time NBA champion in Klay. He spent a lifetime surrounded by basketball royalty. Yet, there he was, openly in awe of a WNBA superstar.
Like Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark, I've been noticing, I've been following her career since she was a sophomore at Iowa, and I recognized how different she was, how different she played the game. She played the game like Steph Curry. We had never seen a woman play like that.
Undermining her at every turn. McNutt's latest comment, that Clark's fame is just because she's a white girl from Middle America, isn't just tone deaf, it's part of a pattern. The conversation never highlights her jaw-dropping logo threes, her once-in-a-generation court vision, or the genuine excitement she brings to fans while inspiring the next generation. Instead, the focus keeps returning to her appearance. So the real question becomes, why would someone with McNutt's platform repeatedly target the very player who's bringing millions of new fans to women's basketball? And what did Mychal say that finally puts McNutt in her place? Brace yourself, here it comes.
I was trying to emphasize it for about a year, then he finally caught on, and men who travel with us in our traveling party who are basically anti-women's basketball, just didn't care for it, didn't want to talk about it, had no interest in it at all. All of a sudden, they started watching Caitlin Clark and got intrigued by her, and they became fans of her and her.
Monica McNutt just crossed a line most ESPN analysts know better than to touch. In a recent BBC interview with special correspondent Caddy K, McNutt downplayed Caitlin Clark's remarkable talent, suggesting that her meteoric rise is more about her appearance and image than her once-in-a-generation basketball skills.
Jealous? Sure. I mean, would you be jealous of somebody that got $28 million a shoe deal or whatever the deal is before you step foot in the pros?
Take a moment to let that sink in. According to McNutt, Caitlin Clark's record-breaking NCAA scoring, pinpoint passing, and jaw-dropping crossovers that leave defenders frozen don't matter. Her deep threes, her influence on women's basketball, her connection with fans, her outreach to kids, and the way she positively represents the sport, none of that counts. No, apparently, it all boils down to her being white and from the Midwest.
WNBA and all the people that follow the WNBA and try to promote the WNBA don't understand that Caitlin Clark's game resonates with us. I say this every day, and every day I got to deal with somebody else dumb in the media. Caitlin Clark's game resonates because she's got flair, she's got flash, she's got style. I said this before, and I'll say this again. We saw Sue Bird's game. We saw Diana Taurasi's game. Kim Mulkey was Sue Bird before Sue Bird became Sue Bird. We've seen it. We haven't.
This dismissive take completely misses the real reason millions of fans tune in to watch Clark. While McNutt focused on reducing her to her demographic, the Indiana Fever were rewriting history, airing an unprecedented 401 nationally televised games in 2025. Networks don't commit that kind of coverage based on where a player comes from. They do it because her talent on the court is undeniable and impossible to ignore.
Folks that cover the NBA, these people that play in the NBA, these people that cover the NBA, there, I said these people, all of you, black, white, green, purple. Why don't you understand a very simple thing? Her game is dynamic. Like Diana Taurasi was like a jackass to Caitlin Clark. Why? Her game is what people are drawn to. And then you go to the personality. Her game is different than any WNBA woman ever. And she wins, and she shoots from deep. It's no different than Steph Curry. How many times?
What makes McNutt's comments particularly frustrating is how they completely erase Clark's decade-plus of hard work and relentless skill development. Every behind-the-back pass, every logo three, none of it was handed to her. Each was earned through countless hours in empty gyms, long before the spotlight appeared. McNutt also conveniently ignores the fact that Clark led the entire league in assists as a rookie while adapting to a whole new level of competition.
Honestly, the main reason is because of her talents. It's not because of her race. Her race has nothing to do with it. Especially with kids. She's saying kids kids don't see color, man. The kids that I grew up around and when I grew up as a kid, I didn't see color, man. I did not see color. I didn't care about color. I didn't know what color was. I just knew you were a human being and I was trying to be your friend. It's kind of a crazy, nonsensical take to say that kids were looking up to her because
The hypocrisy is hard to ignore. McNutt collects a paycheck from ESPN, the very network that broadcasts Clark's games and benefits massively from her popularity. It's like criticizing the hand that feeds you while simultaneously claiming it didn't deserve to feed you in the first place.
all type of nationalities and ethnicities that follow Caitlin Clark and rock with her. So it's not that. I don't think that's
Fans weren't quiet. Social media blew up with outrage after McNutt's comments. One ex-user even demanded she should be fired immediately. Hashtags started trending, and clips of her remarks spread like wildfire. The backlash wasn't just about defending Clark. It was a direct response to the insulting implication that her massive fan base follows her because of her race rather than her extraordinary basketball skill. What McNutt clearly failed to grasp is that Clark's appeal transcends demographics.
But hey, it's every day. I don't know why Monica McNutt or anybody that professes to know basketball can't simply say, her game's just different than everybody we've ever seen. Ever. Now, don't tell me. I've watched. Ever. Tamika Catchy's great player.
Check out the crowds at any Fever game, and you'll see fans from all walks of life rocking her jersey. Talk to them, and they'll gush about her court vision, her clutch shot making, and her unstoppable competitiveness. Not once will they mention her being a white girl from the Midwest, because that's not why they cheer for her.
done. Sabrina, Brianna, Kelsey, Diana Taurasi. You had and have these white players in the league that never galvanized the people like this. All right. Now, granted, you can have some people come back and say, well, the media and the coverage wasn't as good as it is now. NILs and things like that weren't popping off. That has nothing to do with it. That has nothing to do with it, man. If they were that captivating, they would have.
The backlash against McNutt's racial comments is just the latest episode in what appears to be an ongoing campaign against the WNBA's brightest star. This isn't a one-time slip or an innocent mistake. McNutt has consistently tried to downplay Clark's achievements every time she does something remarkable.
Have the Sky in the playoffs right now, which means that Angel Reese, in theory, has impacted winning in a greater way. But I think the double-double streak that she's on, the 8 consecutive double-doubles, for Caitlin, she's leading rookies in points, minutes, and assists. There was terrific stats put out over the weekend by our colleague Mychal Thompson about the percentage, about her being the player that has seen the most blitzes in the league. And so she's navigating a different level of defensive intensity, and rightfully so, because she's playing a point guard role for this Fever squad. So I think today, looking at the standings, you probably tend